Hello everybody, it is indeed Saturday, and you know what time it is? At this usual time on a Saturday, it is indeed time for the Grind Show. The Saturday show keeping you in the know of things that are coming into the game next week. And as a lot of you do know, all of this is done with the amazing help of Dan of Frontline MCOC and the MCOC calendar. You can find a lot of helpful things over at Frontline MCOC, which is linked in the description of frontlinemcc.home.blog, where you've got an amazing calendar of things that come in the coming week. Also information, guides, crystal trackers. You want to find out when your next favorite champion's in, features coming up as well, all that stuff. Dan tracks as well as guides and various different things on the game. You can also support the channel also by hitting the like button and subscribe with post notifications on. All that massively supports me. Thank you. Now, as a start, as we normally do with a Saturday, usually you do kind of say, oh, there's no really much point to put in Saturday, but sometimes there's things like solo events that kind of rotate around weekend-based days, and it's always handy to know what's kind of going on. But today, Saturday, there's not much going on. I would say go and check out some of the content on Battlegrounds. Due to a lot of things that I'm kind of dealing with, like personally with like a separate work thing, I've not been able to devote any time to like that. But there's tons of content I've got to make, like a Blade 200 signature 6-star kind of video, as well as a whole host of other things. But yeah, go and check out some of the Battlegrounds content, because it does look quite good, but there are a lot of reservations I had about the game mode, which I did mention in Friday's news show. On Sunday, it's a time to rejoice. Alliance Quest is ending. I don't know why, but this week Alliance Quest feels like it's kind of like drawn out a lot more, especially because it does a Friday and it will do a Saturday. So it means you got Sunday, Monday, and I think Tuesday free. If not, it's coming back. Yeah, because then it comes back, I think, on Wednesday. We'll cover that as we go through this show, because it's the Grind Show, of course, but that's all on Sunday. On Monday, things actually start to have some substance to them. First of all, for those that spend. As a lot of you know, there's some residual available to those that want to spend a little bit of money in the game. And with the Black ISO market, rejoice, because as well, with the normal refresh on a weekly basis, you also get a refresh of the 5-star featured, and as well the 6-star featured as well. This just basically means that the purchase limit has increased. So not increased like volume, as in like if you've spent on them, then you get another one. Normally it's just a saving of respectively 4,000 5-star shards and 2,000 6-star shards for those that are interested. There's also some other stuff going on in the day. Again, nothing major, but it's the end of the Lunar event. Yes, the Lunar event will end. So if you're looking to 100% it, go and do it before Monday hits, because, you know, it's gone for good. And also we're going to see a refresh of the arena. It will be the round 2 for the Selector and as well the 6-star Blade arena, which I will be watching. I am interested in it, but it just depends how next week goes, because I am pretty busy, so I'm a bit concerned I might not have the time to grind it out, but maybe I would, maybe I will. But we'll have the results on Marvel Contest of Champions news show on Monday, as we normally do. There's also going to be an Alpha Catalyst arena. So yeah, the Alpha Catalyst arena, which has gone last week, will now be returning back, so look out for that one. And I think that pretty much does it for what's going on Monday. On Tuesday next week, something to mention that is incredibly important is the romance-based purchases. Yes, so if you wanted to get anything from the romance store, there are some good things. Like I've done a video, I'll probably mention this in the top tips at the end of the video, the grind tips. But yeah, that's coming to an end on Tuesday, so make sure you get your stuff in that you want to get. And also those that want to get any of the spending deals, they will end at the same period of time. So it's always good if you are spending to buy these ones first, the unit store stuff, then go to the romance store, as you'll probably either get some champions or not, and make a decision about whether or not you want to do rank ups. But again, we'll talk about that latter point of the video. There's also going to be an enlistment for AQ. So as soon as AQ ends, then AQ's back on. I've just switched over to Incursions because, hey, did you know as well that Incursions are going to have a reset of the milestones? So for those that want to get the not dark artifacts, it's Incursions artifacts, and as well gold, you have that option available to you. And that pretty much does it, except for one big thing that's happening as well on the day, as I click on screen and everything goes to the wrong place. But it is the end of Alliance Wars seasons. Yes, the season will come to an end. There has been some scuff with it. It's not been a clean one. There's been some problems with it. And Kabam have kind of like, I don't know, is it belligerently? I don't know, and whatever the word is, stubbornly decided to continue on with it, and in particular have made it a very kind of, not ridiculously unfair, but definitely there's been unfair elements to the way that inputs have been seen, and also the duplication of defenders, which have meant that in some cases you're fighting more, which can increase to your attack bonus in some elements, but in others it's been a bit more painful because more painful options have been there to defeat. On Wednesday, it will see Chapter 2 open for the side quest. So all my Iron Men is going to be open. Then it's a great thing about it, if you actually click on some of the tabs, it comes up with available in X amount of days and hours, and there. So that's good. I like the way they kind of like done that to add in that extra information. There's also, and the second and only thing that's happening on Wednesday is that there's going to be a AQ begin. So AQ enlistments on the Tuesday, and then the Wednesday for Alliance Quest beginning. Now Thursday next week there is a tier 4 basic arena, but also there's going to be a couple more arenas. Now I think I made a mistake last week. I can't remember really because I have to think like what I did last week. I think I mentioned about the Stark Enhanced Spidey arena and the fact that it was going to be the basic. In any case, it's going to be this week. It was yeah, so that's going to be in the basic arena, the 6-star version. It's going to give you a chance to get it. So if you are interested in it, not sure how it's going to go. I think I've got it and awakened the 6-star version of this, and it's like it's a bit of it's like a cool champion. Just the problem is it falls out with the current meta of the game. There, I don't have it awakened. I may actually look to kind of grind the awakening if I get the time, but you know I am busy, so it's like it is what it is. So yeah, if you want that, then it's in there. I think as well it's going to be the Cap Wilson arena. So Cap Sam Wilson. I think that arena is going to be on. So look out for that. I don't think it's going to be Misty Knight. The reason being that a lot of the CCP have already done videos about Captain America Sam Wilson. So it may be a case that that's the first champion to be released. Although Misty Knight has just been that. I'm pretty certain it is going to be Captain America Sam Wilson. But you know, if it's not, it's Misty Knight. But we'll do arena predictions on it. And on Friday, there's nothing. Whether or not Kabam are going to, like, I don't know, not announce something, but they're going to put something out there to kind of, like, just whet the appetite of, like, hype. Because that's the biggest problem. After 1 week in the game, especially after a new update, it's kind of like, pfft, unless it's something that they're going to mention, okay, we've got Act 7.4 coming up next month, here's a little bit of a teaser, we're thinking about a new variant, here's the information. You know, there's not really much going on. I would say, again, like, use this time to kind of clear some content. Clear the monthly content, set up a challenge and kind of do that, because then it means that you've got more time and available to kind of focus on the extra elements, like am I saving units for July 4th, am I indeed focusing on endgame content, which I think is kind of like something that I'm working on as well. And kind of adapting and kind of expanding on that element. Grind tips of the week. Okay, so grind tips of the week. If you follow the video, and this is the thing, it's a very easy and straightforward side quest. I think by, you know, putting out a video, Kat putting out an infographic, and we, you know, come together on, like, collabing on something, which is cool, by the way. It's a very kind of straightforward event, right? Just the biggest problem that you can really make is, like, where you spend. And wherever you go, you will be able to spend the volume that you need in the MTN store, and at the same time smash your solo event. The biggest problem is looking at it from, like, an outside perspective and going, okay, if I'm an uncollected player and I need to get 9,000 mojo bucks, and I'm a Thronebreaker player or Cavalier player that's got to get 12,000 mojo bucks, then that's fine. You understand what you've got to get. You've got to do all difficulties in order to get it done, right? And I'm sure players will enjoy that. But at the same time, they need to understand that process of going, okay, how do I spend to get this? Where's the best way to spend? And one of the big things I covered in the video, first of all, you do you when it comes to choice. But also, you can get some lovely little RNG-based crystals, especially at lower levels. If you don't want to spend, like, your higher mojo bucks on stuff like the casting crew crystal shards, then whilst you're building up things on heroic and whilst you're building up on master, then you're able to spend on the casting crew crystal shards, and it doesn't feel like it's impacting you on going, well, I guess I'm a Thronebreaker player going, I can't really lose those tier 1 alphas, said no Thronebreaker player. But yeah, that's just the thing about spreading out your costs to kind of cover different things, and also being savvy with stuff, because at the end of the day you have to go, right, well, is there much point to me as a Cavalier player going for 1% of a tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal and try and just get that last little bit you need in order to become a throne breaker. Is that you? Is that not you? What are you focused on? Especially because some throne breaker players will just have to go into the milestones and find that whilst they get a little bit further down with the rewards, there's a selector right at the bottom. So that selector right there is for the 6-star shards. Also, you then got the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal. So you've got like options there and elements of where to go in order to go like, okay, I don't have to spend here because I get this from this. If I'm close to a formula crystal, I'll go here. I think a lot of you understand that process of spend. It's just a case of going, where do I go? Or what limits do I go at in order to get the spend the mojo bucks and not feel hard done by getting something that I don't really need. Okay, so that's one tip right there. And the second tip and the final tip is a romance store. The romance store is a this week only kind of thing. So I think you've got to make decisions. As I said in the video, and the process that I was looking into is just look at what you've got. Okay, first of all, and the thing to mention is if you don't have one of the romance space champions or the people within the love doodah, just the two of us, then here's the thing. Like, you need to make decisions about, if I don't have them, then what is good for me from this? Or am I saving for a champion down the line that this will be helpful for? So you're either doing future investment, you're saving your units for July 4th, or you're going in strong to grab some of this stuff for a champion you already have. And it's a great store, by the way. It is a really great store. But it's just that forewarning to you to say, look, there's no guarantee of getting any particular champion from this unless you spend to rank up. And you have to really have one of the various champions mentioned, which if you go to, and I would say I recommend doing this, is going to the updates, go to just the two of us information and having a look on the champions there. Have a look if any of those champions, kind of like make a list of champions you would want to work on. That's the first thing. From that list. And the second thing is from this, as it seems, do you have these champions? Okay, and if you don't have these champions, do you want to put further investment into them? Like, you could say, oh, I'll get the bundles because like that'll help for Hercules, who I don't have. And you'll be like, why are you doing that? Unless you are going, right, well, I plan on July 4th or Cyber Weekend deals to get a Nexus, which may give me a chance. So you could be playing into RNG. So that's just the process of kind of understanding. And that's been a little bit of a go over right there on the Romance Store. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been the Grind Show for Saturday. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing. Make sure as well to check out some other content located on the screen. Got one more video to post today, which is going to be a 5-star featured crystal opening featuring my good mate Fist, who's opening up 37 5-star featured and a 6-star. So look out for that, and I'll see you next week for some fresh content. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.